item that required the executive board to make a decision and vote on it. And the item was that we received information regarding the application of the PSC cafeteria, that part of their application, or included in their application, were petitions from supposedly members of that organization that they were in favor of this liquor license. We received documentation to the effect that the petitions were fraudulent to some extent. We received, I believe, 4 affidavits signed and notarized by people who were on that list who claimed that they never knew that they never signed it. That's number one. So that led us to believe that there was a problem. But subsequently, we also received by members of the Polish Slavic Center who also intervened regarding this petition and hired a forensic expert to review the petitions. And after the review, an opinion was made stating there were about 3 pages of signatures that were fraudulent. They were not. It seemed like they were signed by one person in each of these instances, and that was an official statement by the forensic expert who stood by his recommendation, and that was also submitted to the committee board. So after reviewing that, I asked the district manager that we brief the executive committee on the subject, and that we withdraw the application for the PSC cafeteria based on the fact that a fraudulent aspect of the application was submitted, being these petitions. And so the executive committee voted unanimously to withdraw the application. At that time, there was to withdraw the approval for the application. But at that time, a letter was sent by me to Chairman Rosen, because Chairman Rosen of the State Liquor Authority, that in effect stated that Committee Board 1 is in receipt of additional documents regarding the application for PSC cafeteria, and this package was submitted to the New York State Liquor Authority by Mr. Mark Vysotsky. The package's cover letter relates that signatures presented as evidence supporting the application were fraudulently obtained. Mr. Vysotsky provided notarized affidavits of 4 individuals attesting to same. In light of this evidence, Committee Board 1's executive committee voted unanimously to withdraw Committee Board 1's approval with stipulations, that was what was approved, to withdraw it on this application that was previously submitted to you on May 10, 2011. Please be advised that we took this action because the fraudulent enclosures presented with this application now negates the entire package that was submitted to us. Working for a Better Greenpoint, sincerely, Chris Olowski, Chairman. This letter was not only submitted to him, it was then sent out to all the board members. You should have received it. Is that right? It was emailed. It was emailed or hard mailed. So, anyway. Well, it was mailed. So, having said that, the issue here is not the Polish Slavic Center or any other center of any other ethnic group. That is not the issue. The issue is any applicant, especially an applicant that is applying for a license, like a liquor license, that submits, can I have some quiet please? That submits a license application, and the applicant is putting together something that's false or some fraud that is also submitted as part of the application, that application should not be admissible. It's really an affront to the community board and to the members of this community, and to the community at large. So we do not want to, that's why we withdrew it. What I'm going to ask the community board right now from the executive committee report is to ask for a motion to withdraw approval, to ratify the withdrawal of approval of the executive committee's report, to ratify it by the community board. Can I have a motion on that? Yes.
This sounds like a lot of hard work went into this. The only thing I'm not clear on is, did the state liquor authority set aside the signatures? Who was the forensic? Somebody could say, oh, I'm the forensic expert and I say this is fraudulent. Because I'm trying to understand what authority.
We received an official document.
From the state liquor authority.
No, we received a documentation of affidavits, as I said, and also of a forensic expert.
But who is this forensic expert? I guess I'm just saying to you.
He's a forensic expert. He signed his name to it, and on the letterhead.
Chris, let me ask you just one question. What about if tomorrow we're going to receive another letter stating that the other signatures are fraudulent? Will we reverse our position again?
We are not dealing with that subject at this time.
In the light of the documents that were presented to the board, this is our decision. It was made 2 months ago. That's what we knew then, and that's how it is. Do we know that expert? Do we know anything?
Based on the affidavits alone that were notarized by people who signed that they said they never had any knowledge of their signatures on it, that was already evidence enough that there was fraud committed. The forensic expert simply added to the fact that there was more than we have anticipated. The Public Safety Committee, when they reviewed this, did not have that kind of information. So we're not saying that you should have known anything. You're not forensic experts. You're not supposed to be able to look at that. Nobody's blaming the Public Safety Committee. I hope that's clear. What I'm saying is this, subsequent to your review and to the board's approval, this information came to us. And after reviewing it, the executive committee withdrew its approval. And what I'm asking for is to ratify that approval. Yes, Katie?
So can I make a motion that to oppose, to ratify?
First, we need to ratify the executive committee's withdrawal of approval.
Sure, I'll make that motion.
All right, Katie's making that motion. To withdraw, to ratify the executive committee's recommendation of withdrawal of approval of the application for PSC cafeteria. Do I have a second? Willie? All right. All in favor? Excuse me? On the motion? You have a question on the motion?
No, I don't know if it's on the motion.
Well, I need a question on the motion. We're in the motion right now.
The motion's saying, well, I wanted to know, is there a window that it had to go to the executive board? And the way you're discussing it now, it couldn't come to the board here, so that we can discuss it and make that motion?
This is the first meeting we had since the incident.
But I mean, was it a window that you needed to do that immediately, that it had to be
Yes,
done?
there was a public hearing held by the State Liquor Authority, and if the board took any action, it had to be taken prior to that meeting, which the chair and I both attended. So the answer to your question is yes.
Right. Right.
Full of questions.
Okay, again, on the motion, Katie's motion, seconded by Willie, all in favor? Against? Any abstentions? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I counted 4. Okay, motion carried.
You're at fault.
Okay? So that simply ratifies, all we did right now is ratify the executive committee's recommendation, since we didn't have a chance to bring it to any session of the community board since we were away for the summer. That's all we did right now. But I hope I explained this clearly enough, and as I said, What we don't want to do is set any precedent or have anybody misunderstand the community board's intention, that, since we represent the community, that fraudulent applications or any aspect of an applicant, especially for a license, that states something falsely should not be tolerated at any community board level and should not be admitted. Okay, that's it, the item's closed.